Picture this ballroom full of board games. 95 board games to be exact.
Oh my gosh.
95 board games, and you don't have to read a single page of instructions, because that's what we're doing. So we are Hillary and Emily from the Toy Chest, Indiana's oldest toy store, but we do more than toys. We love board games.
We love games.
So we created BroCoCon as a whole day to just play board games, because we do it in the store all the time, but then you've got to go check people out and you've got to do other things. At BroCoCon, you get the entire day dedicated to not only learning, but also playing board games. And so I think that's our secret sauce. Should we just run through top to bottom how the day goes?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so buy your tickets ahead of time. One, so we have an idea of how many of you are coming, but also, you know, there is a cap. We could max out at some point. Get your tickets ahead of time. It's $15 a person, 5 and under is free.
Awesome.
And if they hurry, what's that secret perk they can get?
If you hurry and you're bringing kids with you, there's 30 free tickets
For kids
under 8. So if you get on it quickly, you could bring your kids for free.
So this was our thinking. We have games from preschool through adult strategy games. But if your kid is under 5, there is a limited number of the games they can play. But that corner up there always is full of toys, so that they can go play. So, you know, that's why they're free. The next chunk really kind of depends how many games you play. So if your kid is under 8, half of the games are probably accessible to them, so you really can get in a full day, because nobody can play 95 games in a day.
It's worth a challenge.
It's worth a try. But under 8, you know, we want to give you the opportunity to be able to bring the kid free. So those are free with a regular ticket for the first 30 people to claim them, because we just can't take a full Girl Scout troop for free. So, so that's the reasoning there. But then once you're over 8, most of these games with someone there to teach you are accessible. So you would come, check in, walk into this room. Set up in the middle are all of the games that our volunteers have learned, and they're arranged from simplest to most complicated around the center. And then around the edges are all of the people who were like, no, we want our games to have a dedicated section. So like the Ravensburger games are all together with a Ravensburger representative there to teach it to you.
Right, so Phil will teach you 8 games in 10 minutes if you would like.
So you would walk up, maybe you're looking at fiction, it's already set out on the table, and the volunteer comes up, teaches you how to play, and you're like, oh, that's cool, that sounds fun. But it doesn't end there like it does at a lot of other game events. Then you can say, can we go sit down and play a full game?
Yes,
you sure can. So we have 2 copies of every game. So then you can take the second copy, go sit down at a table with your group or with some strangers, and play through a full game, and then rinse and repeat.
So when they do that, there's separate areas, correct?
Yes. So in here, we will have some free play tables, but also one of the dining rooms, because we're in the Brown County Inn right now. We're in a hotel that has kind of a little conference center.
Yes.
So in one of their dining rooms, there we have empty tables. And then the other off-site is where we do our strategy game highlights. So some games like this, like Aqua, lots of people like playing a game that'll take 45 minutes to an hour, but they don't like reading these rules.
So many rules.
And it's a hard one with a strategy game to just at a table really get it. So the way our strategy highlights work is the room set up like a classroom. You sit down at your table with 4 to 5 players, however many the game can take, and then you have an instructor who's already prepped your game, already learned the game.
So nice.
They verbally teach you the rules, get you started, give you some strategy tips, and take you through your first full time through playing the game. So then you also, when you're like, wait a second, what happens when, you have a person to ask rather than just the rule book. Yes. So that's in another space. And then if the weather is good, they have beautiful gardens out back where we will put our active games.
Exciting.
Another new thing for us this year is we're getting to be a bigger, more serious thing. So a lot of companies are starting to give us previews. So like this game, you can see that's not written in English.
Yeah.
This game is not out yet. They sent us with the printed paper copy of the rules in English. An early edition or a German edition of the game. And so you'll get to play that here and pre-order it here, and there's nowhere else that you're going to get to do that.
So awesome.
And then 2 games, Find Finley and Expeditions Around the World, we have as exclusives. We will have them available here to purchase and play. When you can't, it will be the only place that you could physically own that game.
How neat.
Yes. So if you feel like you already have every game, we definitely have at least 2 that you don't.
That you don't have.
Definitely. At least 2. So all of this happens from 10 to 5, and then you can go get dinner.
Yes.
And if you wanted to come back and you bought the second ticket, what we do is the adult game night.
My favorite.
Yes, so this came from, okay, how do we make this so that you could bring your kids, but also if you don't want to come with kids, you just like playing board games and this is like a date day, or this is just even you going to learn the games, you don't feel overrun with kids. So the evening event, because we're always trying to encourage adults to play.
Play by themselves.
Yes, it's 18 plus. It's a separate $15 ticket, and there's a cash bar. And what we do here is we speed game. So you sit down at a table.
Yeah.
We get up front. Did I use a gong last year? I got something fancier.
Oh, it wasn't the piano horn again last
No.
year?
We set a timer.
Fancy, yes.
You play a party game for 7 minutes. The buzzer goes off. You move to the next table, and you play that party game again. So we have it set up that way. You play, move, and you sample a bunch of games really quickly. And then the rest of the evening is just open play with all of these games from earlier.
Yes.
We don't have the same level of instructors, like of people available to teach the games.
Right.
So if you really want to learn a big variety of games, the first part of the day.
Yes.
If you just want to come hang out and play board games, and especially learn party games, maybe make some new friends to play board games with, then the evening event is for you. I would say both events are for
Both events,
you.
and both events are great. The speed, I keep calling it speed dating. You're dating the games for 7 to 8 minutes. It kind of depends on how many people we have, how many games we decide to put into the speed dating event. But it's 7 minutes, which doesn't feel like a long time, but you get enough information and you get to play enough of the game.
And then you'll come back and play.
And then you can come back and play. So that whole thing ends up taking around an hour.
With something you could say in both situations. So the safe card, something you can say at the dentist, the risky card, and when you have your first kiss. And then everyone is writing their funny answer, and you find out which one of your friends is the funniest.
Yes. Good way to put it.
Yes. So, I don't know, did we leave anything out?
And then, of course, all of these games that we have out for you to demo and learn, we will also have available to purchase in the same room, both in the daytime and the evening.
I'm also working on, for the first time this year, we'll see if I get it done, a flowchart.
Oh, yes. We talked about how awesome a flowchart
So that you could take, I'll make multiple, I think, but so that you could take it and answer questions, how many people are playing? And then if it's like more than 4, less than 4, then you go down. And then it's, can the youngest player read? And then yes or no. And so you flow through with these questions and land on, try this game.
Yeah. I love that. Love that idea.
And then we always have the bingo cards that you're trying to fill out and win prizes by playing different categories of games.
Like we said, you probably can't learn all 95, but if you do,
there'll
be lots of prizes.
We'll have a prize.
Yeah, and there's prizes throughout the day. I mean, a lot of these companies send us freebies because they just want to promote their companies.
And it's all hosted by us, the Twitchest. And I think that's about what there is to know about BroCoCon. So we're gonna try to share this video, because we've never just sat here and like run down all the details like this before in the place where it's held, so that you can see.
Yes, it's a big space.
It is.
And you're only seeing a third of it, maybe?
Right.
Oh, and also, our stack of games here
It's less than a third of the games.
less than a third of the games that'll be at BroCoCon.
Yes, and like I said, from our youngest game is 2+, and then, we go up through adult content, 18+ games. Yep, so big age range, and it's our most fun day of the year.
It's super fun. I mean, it's a very long day, but it goes by quickly. There's always something happening.
There's a restaurant in this building.
We talked about how last year we felt like we were the only 2 people on our phones most of the day, because we're, of course, doing other things, but nobody's on their phones.
No.
They're focused on learning games and spending time with their
So
families.
if you want to unplug and connect with your family, your friends, your spouse, whoever, this is a great event for that.
Yes, agreed.
So we hope to see you all like I said, buy your tickets. I don't think we're going to sell out, but I would love to. And then it's just easier at the door. Then you just grab your badges and you walk on in.
Yeah, you're in.
No line.
You're ready to go. We'll have your badges ready for you.
Yep.
Doors open at 10 a.m. April 27th.
Oh yeah, we left that.
Saturday, April
Saturday,
27th.
April 27th. We'll type that in.
Yeah. Great. And I'm sure we'll be back. We'll be playing games the next 2 weeks.
We're also just like super fun to play games with.
We are.
So, and we'll be there for sure.
We'll definitely be there. We will definitely be
Okay, everyone have a great day. Emily's off and I'm gonna go to work. So see you in the toy store. Bye.
Bye.